Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be all about makeup that I don't regret buying. So a couple videos back, I posted a makeup I don't regret not buying, and a lot of people really seemed to like it. That video had really good feedback, which had me really excited. I was reading through the comments and people were saying, could I do a video on makeup that I don't regret buying? So makeup that I bought and I'm still very happy with my purchase, and I thought that would be a great idea. So that's what today's video is going to be. This video is going to be all high-end. Going through my collection and making my list, I had a fairly large list, so I thought maybe for the first one I could split it in half. I could do a high-end one, and then if you'd want to see drugstore products that I don't regret buying, I could definitely do that as well, so leave a comment down below and I can film it. But for now, if you would like to see the high-end makeup products that I do not regret buying, please keep watching. So when I was going through my collection, I was trying to pick items that I really love, like really love to talk about it in order to try to help cut this video down as well. And then also I tried to focus on a lot of products that were maybe like hyped up and like I bought into the hype but I don't regret it and that sort of thing. So one foundation that I'm super happy with and I definitely don't regret buying is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This was one that when it came out, a lot of people started talking about it. A lot of people were doing like the review videos just on this foundation, the wear test on this foundation. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are wearing it. I was like, I'm gonna get it. I think I got it during one of the Sephora VIP sales, but honestly, I don't think the price is bad. It's $27. I recommend this all the time. It is full coverage, but not suffocating, not cakey looking on the skin, which sometimes for me, that's why I steer away from full coverage, because it just doesn't look good on my face. It looks like I'm wearing a lot of foundation when I wear full coverage. This one does not do that. It's also very long lasting. I recommend this for like brides quite a bit. I just find myself recommending this all the time. It's what I'm wearing on my face today. I love this foundation. You get a lot for, I think, a good price for a high-end product. So this is a high-end foundation that I have no regrets purchasing. So a concealer that is so very hyped about. I don't know if I've ever seen a concealer have this much hype. I really don't know that answer. Watching the Best of Beauty 2016 videos, I don't think I saw one video that didn't mention this concealer as a favorite. You guys know what I'm talking about already. Should I even talk? Should I say it? Should I do it? Do you guys know? It's the Tarte Shade Tape. I mean, everybody loves this concealer. Everybody fell madly in love with it. It's been crazy how much hype this concealer is getting, but it is so good. With this one, I honestly wouldn't even say that I bought into the hype and that's why I bought it. When it came out, I was just interested in it because I like concealers. Like, I'm that weird person. Like, I like weird things when it comes to makeup. Everybody goes bananas over eyeshadow palettes and I'm like, a new concealer? Cool. Like, that's what I like. So when I saw it coming out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that concealer. And I did. Mine is in the shade light medium. And then I was super happy that I did because it like immediately sold out. And I was like, holy bananas. The Tarte Shape Tape, highly recommend. I know it's been coming back in stock and more people have been able to get their hands on it. I definitely recommend it. It's a full coverage concealer, but it doesn't crease on me. I think it's fantastic. So I have a setting powder to talk about. I probably mentioned this in my Best of Beauty 2016 video. You probably are going to see a lot of these products in my Best of Beauty 2016 video. Like, I'm not going to be surprised if almost all of these were mentioned in there. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So everybody was raving about the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I actually was able to try it. A friend had it and I tried it out and I did not like it at all. I went with the Secret Brightening Powder because I like the brightening under eye effect as well. I like concealers that obviously conceal, but I also like concealers that highlight under the eyes, and then I like setting powders that I think brighten up the under eyes as well. I just really like the bright under eye look. So that was another reason why I went with this guy. It's also smaller than the translucent powder. That one comes in like a big old jar, but it's also less expensive, and still, like, I have had this for a very long time and I can tell that I've put a dent into it, but I still am able to wear it so often. I have it on my under eyes today. It's just a product that I really love. No regrets about buying this one. Would totally repurchase again. So next up I have a highlighter that I don't regret buying. This is from Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics. This is in Champagne Pop. I can't actually open this one. It's broken, so it would like bust everywhere, which is so very sad. But I love this highlighter. I bought it when it first came out to like support Jaclyn Hill. I was super excited about it. Jaclyn Hill is one of my favorite YouTubers and I love this highlight. I wear it so often. It is so beautiful. No regrets about purchasing Champagne Pop. And then to kind of go along with that, I really don't have regrets about purchasing this product. It got a lot of hype when it was coming out, and I was like one of the first people to order it. I saw Jaclyn Hill talking about it on her Snapchat, and it was released, like only so many were released, and you had to go through the Sephora app. It was pure craziness, but I did it. It was more expensive, but I still did it. That's how excited I was. It's the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics Champagne Glow Face Palette, I believe is the correct title for it. Sometimes I do feel bad sometimes using this or talking about the products inside because I don't think that you can get the actual face palette anymore. I think it came back once again, like we thought it was fully sold out, but then it came back, but I think it's sold out again for sure this time. But one of the reasons why I don't feel so bad is because you can get a lot of the shades individually inside. So you have 2 highlighters in here and then 3 blushes, and this one is Champagne Pop, and you can get Champagne Pop on its own. Prosecco Pop you could get in a split pan. Becca came out with split pans, which one side is highlight, one side is blush, and Prosecco Pop is in those split pans. And also, Prosecco Pop is coming back in stock by itself as a single highlighter. And the makeup world is very confused. I'm very confused because Prosecco Pop was another collaboration. I mean, this whole thing was a collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. Her name is on this. Her photo's on the box. And she kind of was saying how she came up with Prosecco Pop, and it was like the little sister to Champagne Pop. But now Becca's releasing Prosecco Pop appearing on its own. We haven't seen anything about Jaclyn. Becca hasn't said anything. Jaclyn hasn't said anything. Everyone's very confused. There's a lot of speculation of what could have happened. Did Becca drop Jaclyn? Did Jaclyn not want to work with Becca? I don't know, but I'm confused, and I hope somebody does tell us, just because we're all kind of like over here wondering what happened. And Prosecco Pop is coming back. I don't have an exact date yet, but it is coming back as a single highlighter. And then you have the 3 blushes up here. Honestly, I love the 2 highlights on its own. I love that I have a Champagne Pop that isn't broken. That's great. Prosecco Pop I absolutely fell in love with. It's a gold highlight, and I really didn't know if I would be much of a gold highlight type of girl until I used Prosecco Pop, and then I realized how much I love gold highlights. So that was interesting to know because I really didn't know if the gold highlight would look good on me, and I think that it does. But I also really enjoyed these blushes. These 2 in particular. This is Rose Spritz and this is Amaretto. I don't use Pamplemousse a ton because it's just too bright. When I'm tanner, I can get away with it, but like right now, I am not getting away with it. But these 2 I absolutely loved. Amaretto I especially fell in love with. It's such a great neutral blush, and I didn't realize I was missing a neutral blush from my collection, and I was, and now Amaretto has my heart. Rose Spritz is super pretty as well. It's like a peachy pink, sparkly shimmer type of blush. It's beautiful, especially in the spring and summer. I'm obsessed with it. But overall, this palette has made me so happy. Again, you can get a lot of these as single products, or you can get the split pans as well. I think Champagne Pop is in a split pan also. I was super happy with this. It was $54, and I was really nervous about ordering it. It was kind of one of those things like, oh my gosh, you have to order it right now. It's for sale right now. Go to the Sephora app right now. You gotta just right now. Like, boot, like, oh man, you know, if you're not on it within 5 minutes, it's gonna sell out, and then who knows when you'll be able to get it. So it was one of those like reaction type of things, and I was like, oh man, should I have done that? But I have no regrets about purchasing this. I love it, and I have definitely put it to use. And then some lip products that I have. This was the hardest for me, and I was really trying to narrow it down the best that I could. But these I feel like were purchases that I wasn't sure about making, and I worried about regretting the purchase decision, and I didn't. So that's what I'm going to share with you. The first one I'm going to share is a set that I got. This is from Huda Beauty. When Huda Beauty came out, the liquid lipsticks, I felt like a lot of people got really excited about it, and I was kind of like, I don't know. Even though I'm such a lipstick junkie, I don't know why I didn't get on the train right away. I have the Huda Beauty eyelashes in Samantha, and they're some of my favorites. I just love them. So it wasn't like I'd never purchased from the brand before, but for some reason I was hesitant about it. I worried about doing it. It was $20 for a liquid lipstick, which is, you know, definitely a higher end purchase. And I just didn't do it right away. But then she came out with these sets, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. The sets came with 2 mini liquid lipsticks and then also a full-size lip liner, and it was $24 for everything. I'm someone who I do not mind buying mini products because it's so hard to go through makeup. So when I saw this, I was like, perfect, I can try it out, I can see what I think. I even get a lip liner. Like, I don't use lip liners a ton, but this is actually really, really good. It's very, very creamy. The lip liner is in Trendsetter, and then the two liquid lipsticks, this one is in Trendsetter, and then this one is in Bombshell, and I love them both. I talked about them in my Best of Beauty 2016 video. I put them in my Best of Beauty 2016 giveaway because that was how excited I was about these, and I saw that these did come back. They sold out for a while at Sephora, and I was like, that's the saddest thing ever, and then they came back. So if they're in stock again right now, I will leave them linked down below. But if you haven't tried the Huda Beauty lipsticks, I definitely recommend pick up one of the sets, give them a try. You'll get 2 lipsticks, and I just think it's such a good value. These were one that I worried about, you know, maybe I would regret, maybe I wouldn't love, but I have no regrets about these. Other lip item that I have to share was one that I was so worried about. I wanted to buy it for so long, and I heard so many people talk about it, and Jaclyn Hill hyped this product up so much. I worried about this one because I was going to be paying $28 for a lip gloss. And I was like, can I really do that? If I complain that a liquid lipstick is $20, how can I pay $28 for a lip gloss? But I did it during the Sephora VIP sale. I picked up Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar, and you have no idea how excited I am to be putting it in my products I don't regret buying video. I am so happy that that worked out well. So yes, I am super happy that I got this. I wear it so often. I wear it by itself. I wear it on top of lipsticks. I wear it on top of liquid lipsticks. It comes traveling with me. It always seems to find its way into my purse. I'm so happy, you guys, because that was a lot of money to pay for a lip gloss. I definitely would say if you can have some sort of coupon or discount code, like during the Sephora VIP sale, you get your 20% off or your 15% off, whatever it is that they're having, like probably wait until there's a sale or a discount, just because it's a lot of money for a lip gloss. But if you love lip gloss, you wear it all the time, you love Marc Jacobs, you probably don't even need a discount because you'll probably like use the crap out of it. But for someone who, like, I don't wear lip gloss a ton, but this one I really do love. I do not regret purchasing this one, even with the high price tag. I still love the Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. Okay, and then I'm going to end this with eyeshadow palettes. So one that I absolutely love, don't regret buying. This is from Tarte Cosmetics and styled by Harouche. It is the Cheek and Eye palette. So inside is 6 eyeshadows and then 1 big blush. You also have a mirror as well. This was $30. I didn't think it was a bad price. It's definitely a smaller palette, but like the pan sizes, even the eyeshadow pan sizes are really large. And then that is a very big blush. I love all the shades in here. I have used the crap out of this palette. I travel with it because it travels so well, and it has the mirror, but it's like small enough. I was so happy with this, and I really wasn't sure if I should get it. I wasn't super familiar with Styled by Harouche, and like I wasn't buying it for the collab, just like the actual palette intrigued me. I wasn't sure about it, a little bit hesitant, but I picked it up and I absolutely love it. This is one that I'm also glad to be putting in this video because this palette had so much hype around it. So much hype around it. It is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This was one that had so much hype. I tried to get it online, I couldn't, and I drove to my Ulta at 10 a.m. when they opened. I was waiting outside, ready to run in there with like 10 other women. We all went straight to the Too Faced section and grabbed out our Sweet Peach palettes. I did it, and you know what? I'm fine with it. I don't regret it. I love this palette. I use it so often. When it was out of stock, I was so sad because I was trying to really only use it on the days where I wasn't going to be on camera, or I wasn't going to be filming a tutorial, or where like people weren't going to ask me what was on my eyes, because I felt so bad about using it because I knew so many people didn't get it. I'm really glad the peach palette is back. I know there was some controversy about the re-release. I'm not exactly 100% sure myself what happened because I wasn't trying to get it because I already had it. So I don't really know what happened. If you guys watch my Will I Buy It videos, you know that I'm not Too Faced's biggest fan right now. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about a palette that I absolutely love, because that's not what I'm about. I love this palette. I use it all the time. It smells good. I like the way it smells. But all of these like browns and neutrals, the shimmer shades in here are beautiful. I love these pink shades. This green shade is like, I love it so much. I really am happy that I bought it. I do recommend it a lot still, even though, like I said, I know I'm not a huge supporter of Too Faced right now. I feel like they got some weird things going on in there, but this is still a palette that I recommend and that I use very often. So another eyeshadow palette, this one is not a new palette, but it's still one that I reach for so often and I recommend so often. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I love this palette, and this was one of like my first like bigger eyeshadow palette purchases, and I remember being kind of nervous about it, like because I think it's $49, which that was expensive to me, especially when I was starting out with makeup. I didn't purchase a ton of high-end before I had my YouTube channel, and definitely YouTube has helped convince me to purchase more high-end products, that's for sure. And I remember being a little bit nervous about it, especially because when I looked at it, I was like, how many different looks can you make out of this? Because the shades do seem very similar to one another. But I reach for this all the time. There's not a shade in this eyeshadow palette that I will not use. You know, in every eyeshadow palette, like the Too Faced palette, there's like 3 to 4 shades in there that I've never touched, that I don't like. Every single shade. I use every single shade. I am so happy with this palette. It has come traveling with me. I still use it all the time, even though it's not a new palette, and sometimes we, you know, only use the new, like, pretty, shiny, fancy things. No, I still reach for this one all the time. The Shade and Light Eye Palette from Kat Von D. If you've, like, ever been on the fence about getting it, I highly recommend it. No regrets. And then the last palette that I have to share is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was another one that was in so many favorites videos from the Best of Beauty 2016, and I get it. I did not purchase this when it first came out. I have Anastasia single shadows, and I like, to be honest, I don't think they're that great. Just saying. A lot of people really hype up her shadows, and from the single shadows that I've purchased, I think they're good. But it's nothing that I lost my panties over. I know where my panties are. So when she was coming out with eyeshadow palettes, I just really wasn't pulling the trigger on them. I wasn't taking the bait. And everyone started going crazy about this Modern Renaissance, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then it sold out everywhere, and I was like, whatever. And then it came back, and the more I watched review videos, especially from like my friends on YouTube, people that I really do trust their opinions, and everybody was saying how fabulous it was, I was like, oh, I think I missed out. I think I missed out on something. What have I done? And when it finally came back in stock, I think it was around the Sephora VIB sale time, because I'm fairly confident I got it in the VIB sale, and I couldn't believe that I did, because I was only a VIB still, not like a VIB Rouge, so I couldn't shop first. I was like, for sure it's gonna sell out when the VIB Rouge is shopping, but it didn't, and I still got it, and I do not regret it. These shadows in here, I am so impressed with. Like, the shimmer shades are gorgeous. The shimmer shades, I have a lot of trouble with fallout. I posted a bloopers video on my Instagram. Every once in a while I post bloopers over on Instagram, and you see a huge chunk of fallout on my face from using some of the Anastasia shadows, but I don't get it with this palette, and I know some people have actually told me that they feel like this palette has a lot of fallout, and mine does not. Like, yes, there's fallout. I'm not saying there's no fallout. No. I'm not saying that. There definitely is fallout, but it is nothing like what I experienced with the Anastasia single shadows. I think these shadows are so much better than the single shadows that I have. I don't know what it is about this palette, but I just think it is the bomb diggity. I love the oranges in here. I love the pinks. I love the shimmer shades. Oh, I just love this palette. I really do. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I have no regrets about buying it. The only regret that I have with it is that I didn't purchase it in the first round, and then I missed out on it, and I had to wait so long to get it, but I definitely have no regrets about purchasing this. One of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so that's going to be everything for my makeup that I don't regret buying video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, seeing some of my favorites, seeing some of my high-end makeup products that I have no regrets about purchasing. I would love to know some of the makeup that you don't regret purchasing. Did we have any similarities in this video? Did you see anything that you have that you're like, hey, I don't regret buying that either? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you'd want to see this video in the drugstore version. I could definitely do that as well, because I had plenty of products on my list. So if you'd want to see that video, let me know. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you for requesting it on my makeup that I don't regret not buying video. I greatly appreciate that. I'll leave that video link down below. Other than that, that is going to do it for this video. I hope that you will give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please make sure to subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you real soon in my next one. Bye!